Howdy guys, and welcome to A Moment in Gaming Episode 3. To start the show, I just want to thank each and every one of you who subscribe and view our content. We really appreciate it. We just went over 150 subscribers, and our view counts are close to the 4,000, 5,000 range, so we really appreciate that, you guys. Thank you so much. The second thing I want to discuss, and obviously all these are going to be little snippets, is the absence we had from last month to this month with A Moment in Gaming. We took time to shelf it for a little bit after talking to a couple viewers, where they said comments like, the show is too long, is there a way you can cut it down? What can we do to fix it? So we went back, retold, and we snipped down to A Moment in Gaming to being a 10-minute episode, where I talk mostly with you guys about games. As you can see, we got a bunch of them here, and really tried to get to the meat and potatoes of it. Instead of talking about a huge issue, we spent a lot of time, very detailed issue. Last time Tiff went into detail of how to build a subscriber base, how to deal with Patreon, building users that would be able to be involved more often, stuff like that, which was cool, really detailed. Tiff took a lot of time on it, but in the end it was about an hour-long show, and towards the end of that we talked about video games releases, and then after that was the Howdy game. So we have separated all that. The Moment in Gaming now will be me talking with you guys, giving you an update about Broke Lipstick Games, where we're going in the next month. We'll talk about some new releases moving forward, so obviously the month of July. And to make that one insanely easy, 2 games. First off, Pyre is a new release. These are the guys that made Bastion and also Transistor, which are excellent games. If you get the chance, check them out, especially Bastion on Vita, which is really, really cool if you're a Vita Island person. The second thing that is coming out next month is Final Fantasy 12, A Zodiac Age. The cool thing about it is it's a remaster, and I didn't play 12 as much when it was on the PS2. It was late PS2, so I was already kind of moved on into to Xbox and Dreamcast, and Dreamcast always sits with me, so you know, it's such a great system. So I didn't really get a chance to play it, so it'll be nice to get back to that, and we're looking to get both of those games next month. Speaking of next month, we're going to be going on vacation, so first thing I want to say is don't worry. We're going to have episodes of a new series we're doing. Instead of the Howdy game of Moment in Gaming, we're doing a new series called Backlog Impressions, where I take all these nicely sealed games that never see the light of day, because I have too many of them, and I'm going to start playing them, cutting down that video, probably removing most of the cutscenes, movie scenes, getting all the junk out of the way. Obviously don't want to spoil games for people, and get into those games and do like a semi-impressions like I would do for my first take impressions, and to make that a special thing for everybody, and to make that a new series. So look forward to a lot of those. I'm going to be filming a bunch today. Those will be coming out all month long in July, and then moving forward they'll probably be coming out in August and September. Moving forward in September they'll still be rolling out, and hopefully you guys will be able to consume those and enjoy them. And if you like them, if you have any suggestions of what games we should be playing, please tell me. If you can see anything on this wall and you think that I've never played it before, you can send it in our comment section. Say, hey, why don't you try that? You know, there's a couple little Easter eggs on that wall that you can point out. I probably haven't played them, especially like this watch that's right there. If you catch what that is, kudos on you. I haven't played that game. Tiff has, I haven't, so I'd love to do a backlog impressions on that. That is our catalog for July. Let's go back to June. So June wise, we still have Crash, the Insane Trilogy, First Impressions review to do. We also have an unboxing of Tokyo Xanadu for the PS Vita. Look forward to that either tomorrow or Monday. One topic I want to talk to you guys about a little bit was Twitch. So in our previous Moment in Gamings, we talked about us going to be on Twitch soon. We were originally on Twitch when we started, so we shelved that because we were very new. We did get a couple viewers, we got a couple subscribers, but we realized It just felt too much like everybody else. It wasn't its own commodity, and we sat it aside for a little bit. We went to YouTube, built a user base here a little bit. We're looking to go back over there, start doing streaming on there, because viability on YouTube is a little bit difficult right now, and Twitch will be hopefully more viable. We do this as fun. We do this as a hobby. If it grows into more than that, that would be splendid. But the biggest thing, we want to just be able to get much content out to you guys and have you guys be able to enjoy it and definitely talk with us, converse with us. We love all the comments we get on our videos. We love talking to other people, and hopefully in the future we'll collaborate. It's such a complicated thing to collaborate easily and where it's fluid and concise. A lot of people have to travel out or go to them, and the whole sending the video across, or the live podcast where people talk and you have to wait for them to listen to them. I watch a lot of those shows and I just don't feel it. They feel a little bit like, not cringy, but it's just, it doesn't feel like it's there yet. You know, like Phil Spencer with VR. We're just not there yet. And VR, I mean, the whole, just a little side note, VR is not there yet. I mean, but we're going to deal with that, and we're going to deal with the motion sickness of that. And that brings me up to the next topic, which is another new show that we're going to do, a new series. We're going to do Broke Left Stick Games VR. We have our PlayStation VR. We've played it a couple times. We realize it's just sitting there, looking at us every day, being a huge piece of expensive tech that we're not using. And even though VR isn't there for clarity, and it's probably a lot better with Vive or Oculus, definitely for motion sickness, we're gonna go with it anyway. So the first one in that series will be Drive Club VR. I played the demo of it when it came out originally, and I liked it even though it made me a little motion sick. So I'm gonna try my best to play it and film me actually sitting there with the VR helmet on while playing the game, and hopefully I don't get too ill. I'll probably do a guide of how to handle VR. I was recently at the E3 experience down in Pittsburgh watching the live show at the theater, and I got to meet a really super fan of the PlayStation VR, and he explained to me a bunch of tips that I could use to enhance my time with PlayStation VR. So I'm going to make a PlayStation VR tips video for anybody who's having difficulty playing, because I can tell you for a fact that Tiff can't even enjoy it. She was so stoked about it, but the problem is the motion sickness, and there's still a little bit of a delay, and some of the textures are really muddy, so when you're moving that all around, it kind of gets blurred, and it's either you're super okay with VR or it makes you a little ill and you need to take a nap afterwards. I definitely want that to be a thing, and hopefully, I mean, obviously not next year, but the year maybe after they announce a PlayStation VR 2 that uses the full capabilities of the Pro, so it cannot make you as sick. The VR is better on the Pro, and I'm going to play it through my PlayStation Pro, so you guys will get that experience. Obviously, you'll be seeing it on the second screen, so it won't be as cool as me in VR, and you'll probably just see me stumbling around, playing the best I can. So, that's the VR topic. Later today, I'm hoping to drop the first episode of Backlog Impressions. We're going to be playing a bunch of different games. I definitely want you guys' submissions on what those should be. Games like Neo, didn't play it, it's supposed to be awesome. Injustice 2, I'm wearing the t-shirt for it, as you can see, but did not play it. Have an awesome story about that, and I'll talk about that in it when I do the Injustice 2 Backlog Impressions. Gravity Rush 2, I am a huge Gravity Rush fan. I platinumed it on the PlayStation Vita. I played the remastered as part of one of the Vault Gamings of the previous Moment in Gaming episodes. Gravity Rush 2 I haven't never opened. I just had my birthday here in June, and Tiff went and bought me a bunch of games. Neo, Gravity Rush, and Injustice already had from me before, but she also got The Surge, which will be another game we're playing. Any of these games you see will probably eventually make their appearance on the show. It's just how many I can do in a day, and then send them out to you guys. I've been very involved this month, very preoccupied. I've been part of, I'm like an active community member in the Kind of Funny Guys forums, and was part of their trophy wars. Hopefully, I was hoping to win, but I'm gonna end up getting like second place. If you're a big platinum person, so it was fun. It was fun. It was time consuming. Playing a PS4 and a PS3 at the same time, letting the Telltale game go while I'm playing a PS4 game, you know, if it's First Light while I'm letting Tales of the Borderlands run. It was a cool experience, and something I wish that they would structure and make it a little bit more tighter, because a lot of people can break it with just buying a bunch of Japanese visual novels. But it was a cool competition nonetheless. Complaining aside, cool community event, and it was cool to be part of that. It was a cool also moment as well. I submitted a question into their last PS I Love You, and if you ever get a chance, check out Kind of Funny's PS I Love You. It was a great show. It was a great series. It recently ended, and they started Kind of Funny's Games Daily, which is a great show. They finally brought something back. I mean, it's without Colin, but I'm a huge Colin fan, but I realized that Andrew Renee and Irani, I don't want to get really technical, and Danny Dwyer, I'm waiting for it, but he's off in England. I'm really stoked for that show, and it seems pretty good. So if you guys get a chance, definitely check that out. I'm gonna put that in my likes. I'm gonna start doing that kind of stuff for the YouTube site, is putting things I like, where I get inspired, because that's why I partially do what I'm doing right now. Otherwise, I'm doing another YouTube channel with my godson, and we're building that too. That's two big reasons why I'm doing a YouTube channel. So I really am inspired by that, and I'm inspired by creativity. To close the show, I just want to say that in August, there's going to be a ton of games. So Shadow of War, I hope I said that right. It's Shadow Mordor War, whatever. It's a new Mordor game. And then I'm going to go back to the backlog impressions and finish the last one. That's going to be definitely a backlog impression, because I went pretty far into that game and never really finished it. It may just be a BLSG plays. So there's a lot to look forward to from Broke Left Stick Games. We have the backlog impressions. We have the VR series coming up. We're going to be doing some still first impressions. We're still going to be doing unboxings. We have a lot of games here. I want to collaborate with you guys, so if you want to collaborate, just hit me up. It's just complicated, and I want it done cleanly. I don't want to look like crap, garbage, you know. There's a lot of garbage out there. I don't want it to be garbage. So if we have a way to make it work, definitely. If I have to stream something, or we play a game together and we just use the same footage for both of us, you use it on your site, I'll use it on my site. I'm all about that. I'm all about building. So, and I'm all about nice things. If you have nice comments and good conductive criticism, that is awesome. I'm not a big fan of any of the negatives. So if you don't want to be part of something, that's cool. And that's all what I'm all about. So I just want to say, we here at Broke Left Stick Games appreciate you guys checking in. Look forward to another moment in gaming next month, end of July, and we'll talk about the future updates for August. Tiff should be back for that. She's working today, so we still have our day jobs. So I was off today and did a bunch of footage. We just thank you guys so much for watching our content, enjoying it, telling us how to make it better, how to make it more concise. And we want to grow, and we want this to be something beautiful, and look forward to all that. And we will see you guys soon. Thank you so much.